Well, it's been a while, guys, but I'm back. Welcome back to another video, guys. It's been a while, as I'm sure you guys know. My last post on this channel was December 2024, which was about 3 months ago. We're in March now, 2025, which is like kind of crazy. Time flies, but yeah, I'm sure a bunch of you guys have been wondering what happened, like why I stopped posting, whether I just quit YouTube or content altogether, um, or what I've been up to and stuff like that. And so with this video, I'm just gonna kind of explain to you guys what's been going on. I'm gonna explain to you guys why I stopped posting for one, and I'll also talk about where this channel is gonna go and what I have planned. What I have planned based on everything that's been going on in my life so far. But yeah, I know it's gonna be kind of crazy to ask for this right now, but if you guys are interested, please like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, I know you guys who have been here like the longest time, like since the channel started. Really appreciate all of you, and to any new viewers who might be seeing this, I appreciate all of you as well. Trying to revitalize the channel, get shit back together. It's been a while, so yeah, I'd really appreciate any support I can get from you guys with regards to this channel, and without being a drag about this whole like comment, subscribe stuff. Yeah, let's just get into what's been going on. Okay, so where do I start? Well, basically, there are a few reasons why I haven't been posting, but the major ones would be injury, life, a lack of understanding as to where the channel is supposed to go, and just content quality. So I'll get into all these things little by little, but let's start with the biggest reason for the lack of content, which would be injury. So if you guys have been following some of my YouTube videos and also follow me on TikTok or Instagram and see some of my videos there, which if you don't follow those accounts, definitely check them out. There's plenty of more content on there that there is here, so I think you guys might like that. But essentially, back in July of 2024, I got into an accident. That makes me sound like I got hit by a car or something. Nah, but like during a game, in my Sunday League season, I ended up experiencing a sort of like severe pain after the game, shooting through the knee whenever I went into a squatting motion. And for me, this told me right away that I had torn my meniscus, one of the two in my knee. For those of you that don't know, I'm not really going to go too in depth about the meniscus, but it's essentially a piece of cartilage that's in your knee, and it's supposed to act as like a shock absorber to help with the strain and the stress of like running, jumping, walking, etc., etc. Now in my case, and well, for every person you have two in each knee, so you have four in total. In my case, I have torn all of my menisci, which is plural for meniscus, at some point in my life, up to a total of 6 times. This current one that I'm dealing with, I think, is the 6th time. Might be the 7th, because there might be some extra hidden injury in that, but that's besides the point. But so, when you get an injury like that, meniscus tear, depending on how bad it is, should take about a month to heal if you don't need surgery. If you do need surgery, you're looking at more like 6 months. But so when the injury initially happened, I took time off from training and from footy and like working out to try and like let the knee heal. And I was doing rehab exercises on my own to try and allow it to heal properly and to heal quickly. But through just certain circumstances, I ended up playing in some matches for my Sunday League team. Even while I was waiting for this to heal, I was still doing training videos. At my job, I had to do stuff where I had to be in squatting positions, which put some strain on my knee. So the knee was never adequately healing. And then the more I would train and try and put out videos, because obviously I didn't want my channels to die, I just kept putting more and more strain on the meniscus. At least that's what I believe it is. I'm like 99 or like 95% sure that that's what it is, based on the fact that I've had this injury about 5 or 6 more times in the past. But I might do some medical imaging to get checked out, but anyways, besides the point, I just kept making it worse. And it got to a point in December where I went to film a play test for a ball that I actually bought. Like, if I bring it closer here, I have it with me right now. You guys are going to see that video uploaded soon. Basically, I got this ball, and I wanted to do a play test for it to kind of like compare it to some of the other Nike balls that I have had in the past. And what happened was, during the shooting drill, I just felt the knee go. And it was at that point where I realized I can't keep doing this. if I want to really heal, I need to just let myself take a break. And as you guys can probably tell, a lot of the content on my channel is pretty much done through training. You want a boot review, you want a play test, you want a training session, I have to be at the pitch to get it done. And so when I pick up this injury, that basically limits how well I can go and do content like that. I basically can't train, I can't film the boot reviews the way I'd like to, which I'll get into more when I talk about content quality. But yeah, it was just really frustrating. And as such, I realized that in order to stop myself from training, I need to just kind of stop posting, because that was one of the main driving factors behind the fact that I would still go to the pitch and train and do all this stuff in spite of the fact that I was still dealing with this injury. So yeah, that's the main reason why I haven't been posting anything recently. Just dealing with this meniscus injury, or this presumed meniscus injury. Like I said, I'm gonna get checked out, and honestly, I'll probably make a video going through the injury as a whole, just so you guys can get a better understanding of what exactly I'm dealing with. But yeah, that's reason number one. Reason number two would be life. You know, I'm getting older, I'm busy, I have a job, I have academic goals and pursuits that I'm trying to reach, career goals I'm trying to reach as well. So with my focus on those things, I haven't really been able to focus on making content, especially now that I'm injured, because I'd have to pivot away from what I've used to been doing, or what I've been used to doing. And that kind of leads me to point three, which is the quality of content. Up till now, like I said before, I've been doing training videos, boot reviews, boot unboxings, stuff that I'm really comfortable with, because I've been doing it for about 3 years now. And like with the boot reviews, I'm very knowledgeable. But now that I'm injured, I don't feel like I could get the same quality out when it comes to some of the things that I was thinking about doing. For example, with the boot reviews, which I'm really annoyed about because I'm so behind on them, I still have about 4 or 5 reviews to drop, and some of these boots came out or stopped being produced back in like 2023 or early 2024, so I'm really behind. But the thing is that I didn't want to post these videos or these reviews without having some B-roll footage in the background, because when I'm talking about a boot's, like for example the sole plate or the kind of traction that it has, I want to show that. I want you guys to see the B-roll of me actually being on the pitch, running, changing direction, so you can see how that traction actually affects the boots. And I know it's not necessarily the greatest showcase, because you can see something, but it doesn't necessarily translate to how it's going to feel when you have it. But for me, I think it's very important, especially in terms of like production quality, to have that B-roll there, so you're not just watching me talk about the boots. So that's why, for example, the boot reviews I stopped doing. Obviously, the training videos, I can't really do those. And then unboxings, like I'm kind of disillusioned with like picking up cleats now at this point. I don't really care too much for boots anymore, especially now that I'm injured. Like, what's the point of buying boots and unboxing them if I can't even play in them? It's like they're just sitting in my house. There's no point in that point. So yeah, I started thinking about things I could do otherwise, such as like ramble videos, or just talking about some of my experience as a player who didn't make it pro and things like that. But I was always kind of apprehensive to kind of go down that route as well, because I didn't feel like what I had to say would be valuable, if that makes sense, compared to like a lot of players who want to make it pro, or like they have aspirations with footy. Would you really want to listen to someone who didn't make it? And I mean, thinking about it now, I think it could help, right? Because there are obviously reasons why I didn't make it pro, and based on my experience, I could kind of provide those insights to younger players who are trying to go down that route, and then maybe they can use my experience as a way to choose what to do and what not to do to ensure that they make it pro or reach whatever aspirations they'd like. But in general, I just felt like I didn't have the right amount of knowledge or the right amount of quality to offer in terms of these other things. But then like I kind of thought about it, and I realized that even my training videos and my boot reviews, like, again, I'm not a pro or anything, but I still do them, and people have gotten a lot of value from them as well, from an amateur player like myself. So I don't know why I had that mindset when it came to like other discussion topics, but that's something I'm working to get out. And obviously, like, now that I'm coming back, I'm going to start trying to offer my own insight on a bunch of other topics related to footy, not just training videos and etc. But so with all of that, like, kind of out of the way, you guys now know the main reasons why I stopped making content. So now I'm going to kind of tell you guys where the channel is going to go, basically. So now I'm going to transition to more like ramble videos. When I say ramble, it's just going to be like talking about stuff like related to footy. If you follow my TikTok, again, as I mentioned in the beginning, I have a series called Footy Talks, which I have been terrible at, like, keeping consistent, if I'm being honest. But basically, it would be where I just talk about anything I wanted to that was footy related. And given the whole reason that I started this football channel for YouTube in the first place, because I felt I needed a platform where I can really go in depth with my training sessions or with my boot reviews, for example. I wanted something that I could do where I can be really in-depth and detailed and long-formed. And that's what this channel allows me to do. So what better, platform to kind of do this on or do my footy talks on than YouTube, right? So you guys are going to see a lot of videos where I just kind of talk about stuff footy related, give my own opinion, share my own experiences, all with the goal of, helping you guys learn more about footy, not just from the perspective of like the pros or the guys who make it or, coaches and stuff like that, but just from like an average Joe, So, and you guys will get to know like how footy has impacted me in my life and made me who I am. I'll talk about all sorts of stuff like nutrition, how to work in the gym, how to set up a training schedule, but I'll also talk about some other lighthearted shit like, UCL predictions. I really want to do those because I've seen some people do that. It's pretty cool. I'll talk about the teams I support. I really want to do a video on that because I feel like you guys are going to have a laugh when you hear the teams that I support. But yeah, just other stuff like that where I can really just, stay locked with footy and, still like give you guys some good content without having to put any worry and stress on my name. Also expect to see some more day in the life videos. I only did one on the channel, but, seeing as I'm recovering from an injury, I think it'd be pretty cool to kind of share my experience with recovery and what I'm doing day to day to try and get back to where I need to be. And obviously, as I get more fit and I can start going to the pitch again, I will, start posting more training videos. Maybe they'll probably be shorter and low intensity, but, it'll be nice to kind of get those back. And then also with regards to the boot reviews, I know that you guys have been obviously waiting for those. And a lot of people who actually follow me on TikTok or Instagram or subscribe to me on YouTube, they are here because of my boot related content. So like I said, it's not going to be as common going forward because I'm not really about buying boots anymore. I don't really care for them as much as I used to. If anything, I care more about soccer balls, because in thinking about it, a lot of my sessions, I didn't have enough soccer balls to actually do the number of reps that I wanted to without having to chase them down, for example, in like a shooting session. So I think from now on, I'll probably be collecting more match balls, or maybe not match balls, but like higher tier balls that I can add to my collection. So I can have a better collection of balls and also have more gear to use when I'm actually making some of these training videos. So there's that. As for the boots that I need to get the reviews out for still, I'm going to do those. And the only thing is that the B-roll won't be as, dynamic and as gameplay realistic, right? Because I won't be able to be on the pitch filming it. But I'll still find a way to put some good B-roll in so you guys can see what I'm talking about when I'm kind of going over the pros and cons of the football boots. So yeah, that's just an update on where things have been these last 3 months, why I've been away, and what I'm looking to do going into the future. I'm hoping, and I've said this multiple times, but I'm hoping to start posting once or twice a week again. I was doing pretty well with it actually before I went on this 3-month hiatus before the injury. So I'm going to see how well I can do that again. But that's the goal, of course, 1 to 2 times per week. And also I'm going to start posting back on TikTok and Instagram as well. So stay tuned for that. I got many plans for this channel, plenty of content to come. Like this injury and all the stuff that's been happening to keep me from posting have been a setback. But honestly, I figure, why not just send it and just, start again. Just let's do this, right? So yeah, if you sat through the end of this video, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you who have either been waiting patiently for me to come back, or those of you who have subscribed in the time that I haven't been posting. It really means a lot, and I am very committed to putting out good content for you guys. So stay tuned for that. I think the next video I'll have will be actually the playtest video from this ball, because I didn't post it it's been ready, but I just haven't posted it because I felt that it wasn't the greatest video due to my actual gameplay because of my injury. But honestly, it's a playtest, and I mentioned that I'm not feeling well in the video, so I mean, I might as well. Video's a video, quality's not that bad, so yeah, you guys will be seeing that one very soon. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Peace.